Welcome to the Rapid Fusion podcast.
People think that additive is like, it's niche, a massive ecosystem on its own.
But if they were to buy a piece of equipment, they're expecting that piece of equipment to be really easy to use, turn on and make money. The process of utilising that equipment, the knowledge needed to do it properly, there's a time gap.
You got to look at it more holistically, right? You got to look at it's not just that the cost of the print. It's all the admin that goes around it, all the shipping, the whole business prospect and the business proposition needs to be accounted for.
Hi and welcome to the latest version of the Rapid Fusion podcast. I always hate that bit. And we're on number 8. Correct?
That is correct.
Great. And today we have none other than Mataeo.
Thank you.
I probably could have given you a bit more of a bio, like what people usually do. Is they go like, and he's award-winning for this, and he did this, and he did this. But I just go, Mataeo. Because you're well known, aren't you? Everyone knows
Mataeo.
Apparently so. Thank you for having me on.
That's all right.
It's first podcast.
Is this the first one you've ever done?
First podcast I've ever done.
And who are you going to
You
shout
are
out?
quite TikTok famous now, though. So you're getting
heard
better.
this.
You're getting better on camera, aren't you?
Getting better. It was a bit rough to start. Definitely had some GPT scripts, which I was told off about. But
Did you go GPT? I need to make it on TikTok. Write me some scripts.
No, kind of. No, it was mainly just just write me a script on this, and then to be honest, I knew it was going to come out a bit funky, but it was kind of more.
Was there like a million emojis as well?
No, didn't have any emojis, but it was more like, just get something out there. Doesn't matter. More you do it, the better you
so
get,
I think
right?
probably to explain what we're talking about, because no one knows what we're going on about.
Yes.
Inside knowledge. I guess briefly, or as long as you want. Sure, it's actually you're the guest, so you can talk as much as you want about whatever you want. But can you just obviously we've known you a long time now. Feels like a long time. I think that's business makes things feel, but it's definitely getting on. It's
about 4 or 5 years, I reckon. Because we met when I remember you coming into the business, and you were like, you were still at university, and you were racing, weren't you?
It might not have been I might have been pre-uni.
Pre-uni?
Yeah.
My goodness, still in secondary school.
No, college, yeah, essentially.
He was in primary school when we met.
Yeah,
He's only 10 now. So tell us a little bit about you and your backgrounds and how you've fallen into this industry, I guess, as people do.
Yeah. So it starts with motorsport. Loved motorsport as a kid. Got involved with it. Went karting. I was really, I was lucky to do it when I was younger.
We were talking about this earlier because it's so expensive.
Oh yeah, it's I mean, it's.
I feel sorry for your mum, and you should give this opportunity to shout out to your mum as well.
Yeah. Shout out to mum.
Shout out Mateo's mum.
Mateo's mum.
Yeah, she's probably going, oh no, I shouldn't have started that because that's why I'm here now, right? But was never the smartest at school and stuff, but motorsport and karting got me basically into engineering, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't know it. You're going out racing, but you're learning about setup of the cars. You're learning about physics and stuff without.
Why is it shit?
Yeah.
Why is that, or just anything? And also when you change something on a car and then you drive it again, understanding how something mechanical interacts
the cause
with the feel
and effect
of the
is engineering.
So
at
it's
its
101. So you're
level,
learning like rapidly, I guess, not to coin the phrase, but
yeah. And coin the phrase, that was good, wasn't it? And just learning from there, and then I really loved it, so I kind of followed my passion, and we found a course in Wiltshire that does motorsport engineering. So I went to college up there. Learned that and essentially, started to become an engineer. Then went on to Wolverhampton Uni, who had shout out to those guys as well.
Shout out Wolverhampton, actually, because we worked with them because of you.
Yeah.
So I got very kindly from them. They presented me. I mean, they've been brilliant back into support back. We do bits for them, probably not as much as some of the sponsors.
Yeah.
But what a great thing they've got going on there. Like they're amazing.
Yeah. Have you been up there?
I have, yeah.
It's cool, isn't it?
Because I used to live in Telford, so I went there quite a bit.
Yeah.
And obviously Shane, he's now fully involved in it. He was kind of the driver for a long time. He does a lot more than that now for them. And they presented me with a wolf award at some hotel down the road the one night. I went with the missus. Mrs. was well impressed. It was like, we went to this like fine dining thing. They had like, I think it was food. It was food, and then there was like champagne on arrival, prosecco probably. But
lovely stuff.
Yeah, it was quite fancy. So
we didn't get any of that as students. But
I don't know who paid for it all, but it was definitely it was good.
Yeah,
it was great. And we went to quite a few races with them as well, which is nice.
Yeah.
You didn't get to race though for them?
No. So I didn't get to race for them. I did do a bit with their Formula student car, but that was the only car with them that I sort of sat in. But, you know, I went there through the passion. And then, I don't know if you saw, they've got 3D printers there. They've got their own sort of like research centre. And walking into that place, you know, they've got some of their parts all over the place.
They bought some printers off us, I think.
Yeah.
I believe they did.
Yeah.
Peak printers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we loaned them a printer for a while, but they're definitely pushing more into additive now, I think.
Yeah, they've got some sort of serious stuff there, and I think that was at the sort of time when I went up there. I met you with your print farm, and then I sort of was used to at the time, what is it, the craft bots?
Yeah. Oh yeah, blimey.
Wiley or craft
still
bots.
going.
Still going.
Still going. Same model, huh?
Fuck is buying them?
They haven't changed them either.
Yeah, I know.
Still exactly the same.
They did a clever thing with their software. I can't remember what it was.
It's got like a bit of a CAD element.
Yeah, it was doing like...
It's like a free CAD sort of...
Yeah, it kind of like make for supports and stuff. It's quite clever how they were doing that. They've got something clever there, or I think that's probably what's keeping them going. I don't know.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cratebot.
Craftbot.
Craftbot, not
Cratebot.
Yeah. Anyway. So
we sort of jump around on here, so you will get your story out.
That's right. Probably don't want to get to the end of it either, because it gets a bit gnarly. So then they had the 3D print stuff there throughout my uni. We were doing some 3D printing stuff. I think at some points I was doing some CAD bits here or there. And then after I finished that degree, I was looking around, what do I do next? Really enjoyed additive manufacturing. I was print farm sort of working around. I think it was at that time I was sort of did some of those Modexes.
Cool.
They're a passion project. They are.
Yeah.
If you haven't built a Modex, you're not an engineer.
I've lost count how many I've built.
Yeah, mate.
It was always...
I've repaired on site as well.
It was always...
Or when a customer says to us, trust me, we've got this.
Yeah.
And then 3 months later, they ring us up and they've got a bag of bits.
I think the most disheartening thing is like when you open up one of the more of the boxes and you're like, there's like, you know, even just building an extruder, it's going to take you like 3 hours to put it together. Yeah. You're like, this is not fun.
There was like, you know, when you put it together, you've got those wing nuts or those locking nuts, and they just go.
Yeah.
It's because like, they're the world's cheapest ones. You can get ones that stay in place.
Yeah, no, you can. They've got the ball bearing, and they had some of those. I swear on them, but just not many.
Mate, we'll feed it up the chain because like their product's perfect.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, at that time, and then the next steps were, you know, I went and did a master's at Nottingham doing additive manufacturing.
Am I right in saying that they're like one of the few that offer a master's in additive? So there's not many in the UK. I might have increased now, but I remember at that time there was like nowhere you could really do it. Yeah, very few.
No, I think they were I think there was another one, but they were very heavy.
Which is fucking unbelievable to me.
Yeah, especially for the UK.
That's so bad that that's still like it's like
niche.
When are they actually going to catch up with, you know, in terms of like curriculum and studying and what you can actually go and do in terms of courses with actual industry?
Yeah,
because I think industry's moved on. Like the bamboo, we'll talk about that shortly, I'm sure. But adding those into buildings where you don't need a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
And you can go up and print something.
Yeah.
We've, as bad as we kind of think about, oh, well, everyone's going to buy now for us as a business selling higher end equipment.
Yeah.
They're all going to go and buy a £1,000 machine. The actual adoption rate's gone through the roof because of their product being so user friendly. So it's kind of created a much more, but now people are retro learning after they've done their studying how to actually use additive to do, and it's that gap's like, because you'd be probably one of very few people that will have the knowledge you have in the UK.
Yeah, I find. Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I suppose because I have that knowledge, but yeah, the course was good because it taught you all about all the technologies of the additive. You know, your extrusion based, your resin, powder bed fusion with the metal.
Yeah.
And you've got, you know, your what's the HP one? That's
HP
multi-jets, DED.
yeah.
And also understanding all the pros and cons that they have.
Did they do pellet?
That was part of extrusion. So the differences between filament and pellet. And the pros and cons there. And it just gave you we went into in depth in most of them, but it just gave you a great broad overview of everything that's there. And people think that additive is like, you know, it's niche. No, it's more than 7 technologies now, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, no, that's not niche. It's like a massive ecosystem on its own. So
and it's really being utilised now. I mean, the amount of stuff that I pick up around the house that gets bought online, I should say, and I look at it like that's 3D printed.
Really?
Yeah, loads of shit now that comes in. My missus always, she shout out Shardina. Get as many names in as I can today. She goes on like TikTok and puts in a basket of stuff, right, and then gets to and then the beginning of each month she'll spend, I think, 200 quid. She'll correct me if I'm wrong. Put it in the comments.
That's what she tells you.
£200, but like the amount of stuff that comes to the house, that's like you pick it up and you're like, that's all 3D, like a lamp or a thing. It's all 3D printed.
You can see the layers,
and it's like that. You know, and I've gone into restaurants where they've got lamps on tables and they're 3D printed, or the
Voco actually, Voco, all their lamps are 3D printed.
So
lamps is
like
huge.
5 years ago, that wouldn't be happening as much. So.
No.
But yeah, anyway, we digress. So you've learned all your 7 technologies.
Yeah. And then where do we get to? Then I did some stuff on the engineering side. Worked in manufacturing and did some other bits and pieces.
Because you were saying about manufacturing workflow and stuff like that, or processes. But I probably don't know you as well as we will by the end of this, but in my mind, you're designing for additive. That's like your core thing that you do.
Yes.
When you've worked in other situations like manufacturing processes and stuff, is it an additive? Are they looking at you for additive advice to change processes, or what would that entail? Yeah,
it's additive advice. And the thing with additive is like when you give additive advice, you also know when to, like, it's possibly not the best to use it and when to use it.
Super important.
Yeah, so it's kind of like hand in hand, you kind of then just become like a broader R&D engineer anyway, because it's kind of, you look at a problem, where can additive be used? And then you're probably like, it's probably best to use this instead. So you kind of get knowledge across loads of different problems anyway. But yeah, initially it is sort of additive, and it's for me, looking at a problem in any sort of traditional manufacturing of any sort, and looking at how you can implement additive manufacturing is like being like a kid in a candy store, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because there is a huge amount that can be done, and obviously, you know, some of this takes a long time to test it and stuff, but there is I believe there's so much you can do with it.
I think the problem that businesses have is in manufacturing is they'll source what they're already making stuff anyway, right? They've already got a traditional way of manufacturing whatever it is they're making, and they think that buying, and we know more now, but we probably know a lot more than the average, but if they were to buy a piece of equipment, they're expecting that piece of equipment to be really easy to use, turn on and make money.
Yeah.
And reality is the process of utilising that equipment and the knowledge needed to do it properly is there's a time gap. And if you were to say, well, as long as that gets to capacity in 6 to 12 months, and go about it more pragmatically like that, you're gonna gain the knowledge and have the production lines in place to do what you need to do. People don't do that.
No. I always find it easier.
They put one of the guys on it to learn it, and they think they can learn it in an hour when actually it's probably a good couple of years to get really good.
And I think the key is as well is like that scenario you said where there's they're already making it in a traditional method. That's kind of the wrong way of thinking about it.
Yeah.
We always find the most success is when, okay, we've got a new product that we want to launch, but we want to do this in a more efficient manner. How can AM help us? Sometimes it can, like you said, Mataeo, but if it can, designing that whole workflow from the ground up is the key to their success. And also that workflow is their IP then.
Yes.
And I think that's really key for big businesses to and also how AI is going to play into that whole workflow. I think that's really key to success. I think moving forward, for the whole AM business and sector, really to make it scale correctly.
But they look at things now like so cost based. You know, and you go, well, okay, I can injection mold that part, and I can get them from China, and it's only costs this, but it's the supply chain so long.
Yeah, single point of failures and stuff like that.
You know, and now look at what's happened now. Like we've got a canal shut in, you know, where a lot of that stuff would go down that route, right? And then all of a sudden now we're getting lead times that are extending on all of our orders. Actually, you know, right now we're having to go back to suppliers, and they're saying, well, it would be 8 weeks normally, but we're up to 16 now. You're like, you know, why aren't they manufacturing again more at source? And I think additive just gives you flexibility to do that. You can switch out. If you're with an injection molded part, you've got a mold, right, that you've created. Tooling costs a lot of money to make, and then that's running a certain. But then, okay, it's cheaper per part, and if you scale it. But if you want to do fast iterations of products, or you want to,
what's a rarity?
It's a good cuppa, isn't it? Shout out Wes on the tea making. It's the best tea I've had in a while, actually. So I guess the economics of it does, but then there's sometimes like the application is perfect for the technology, but then the cost value proposition doesn't work out. Do you know what I mean? As well, and that's frustrating because you go like, we should be making these this way. Prime example, like the parts that you've been working on, right?
Yeah.
There isn't like a massive cost saving in doing it the way that you know, using additive. And in fact, they're probably near enough the same cost. But should we be laying up fiberglass parts still?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like how and making molds for them. Like, is that really
you got to
how?
Look at it more holistically, right? You got to look at it's not just that the cost of the print. It's all the admin that goes around it, all the shipping, the whole business prospect and the business proposition needs to be accounted for when you're looking at switching out from traditional to
I mean,
AM.
you get a better product because we haven't shown you one, but actually the product come out really nice.
Yeah,
like ABS, an ABS car part, way better than. I mean, I've fitted a lot of like body kits and stuff in the past, or bumpers that are fiberglass. And they are shit to work with. Like, they're really bad. Like, they crack before you get them out of the box.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like, you know, and actually, all right, it's cheaper and it's scalable, but they're never perfect.
No.
There's a lot of things that happen in the curing that twist them, and you can't change the design, mate, like that. So finding something you go, well, if you just look at it price on price, it's going to be hard to justify it. But if you look at it on all the benefits in terms of reiteration, you can print to order, you can all these benefits, and the material usage is better. It's better material, better made products. Then it starts to stack up. Yeah. There's a lot of cases where it just doesn't.
That's exactly what I would be looking into on these sort of problems, because it all depends on, again, defining the problem and what you want as that sort of outcome. And what you're sort of aiming for, is it?
Because some businesses are interested in certain things, right? Lead time is super important for a lot of businesses, especially aerospace, right? They can be looking at, I don't know, 16 to 18 weeks for a motor, when they can produce one with LFAM in, I don't know, a week.
Or 40 hours, isn't it?
Well, 40 hours for quite a humongous print I'm working on at the minute.
It's very specific.
It's 40 hours.
40 hours. And then obviously you've got the milling time on top of that. But you're looking at say circa a week and a half turnaround. There's no way with the supply chain how it is, you can get a metal mold tool in a week and a half.
No, and it was one of the things that, you know, through a few of the manufacturing companies that I worked with, you know, comparing to 3D printing, it was kind of like one of our things was looking at how we can take metal molds out of our process or have a mold for exactly that, a rapid mold of some sort.
Mold and tooling is a big problem to solve.
Yeah,
it's massive. There's so many issues with it. Lead times, and the industry is really interesting in terms of like layup and stuff for carbon. There's a lot of people not making their own molds.
Yeah,
but we're waiting fucking forever to get their mold delivered.
Tool manufacturers,
and they're like overrun as well, and can't up their production. And then the tooling might be block, for example, where it's not going to last enough pulls.
It was tooling block versus not
tooling block. Yeah. So tooling block, for example, where they have to buy so many of them to get, if it's like a batch runner for 100 parts they're going to pull.
Yeah,
they know that tool will last 10 maybe before it's knackered.
And that's the blue
the blue block stuff.
Blue block
composite.
Yeah. Which you then mill.
Yeah.
But if you can change that for a polymer, obviously there's a whole raft of I guess engineering problems. CTA,
but it's the balance though, isn't it?
But then you say to them like the cost, so the financials of it are block's going to be cheaper. That's done, right? That's a fact. It's going to take you longer to get it because there's milling involved and there's going to be a queue for that. But you've also, if you're doing carbon fibre and the parts sale is worth X because carbon fibre tends to be, and the customer is X because there's always more noughts added for certain industries, right, with stuff, then there's the cost per part, the sale price of the part is high. But then also if you look at them, they have to buy multiples of that tool. Then the tool in on it because you go, well, we'll print it. It's going to cost you more, but it's going to last forever.
Yeah,
and we can do it quicker. Then there is a benefit,
and that iteration process is it save them a lot of money.
Yeah,
that's why the whole holistic version of events, when you're looking at why AM versus digital is important, is the key for that value proposition.
And I think what you guys have also been doing, which is really smart, which is where AM really gets really interesting, is when you've got the AM benefits, but then you add on other sort of manufacturing processes on top of that. So you've got your CNC milling. I've been looking in something, for example, you know, can we, a great example actually is, you know, using 3D printed molds to then put on top of a composite manufacturing process. So I was looking at one which was making molds and then using it for the cast resin component industry. So you're mixing two different techniques. You're not just 3D printing the end product, but using it for something else, and then trying to understand how that all fits together and sort of in those particular industries, what materials and options are also available, because then you can mix the two and almost have a hybrid manufacturing outcome.
And I think that's really key, because we'll be lying if we said that a straight manufactured AM part is always the right solution.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, like, for example, like carbon fiber, we're just not going to beat carbon fiber on weight and strength, right? No. It's just not possible this second. I'm sure there'll be...
Also, it's really pretty.
It's also very pretty.
Polished carbon fibre.
A slug of grey nylon isn't really going to cut it as much, is it?
But like,
it's got carbon fibre in it.
It's not the same.
I'm not having a dash out of that.
and maybe in 10 years' time, we're having a different conversation. There's weird and wacky materials coming out all the time.
Yeah.
But we've got to be realistic where we are right this second.
Yeah.
And I think that's key. And where we are coming in with especially our LFAM side of the business, is super important, because it still gives us adoption, and there's still a really strong valid market for that, because there is a value proposition. It's always back to that value proposition.
We have to do, I mean, you have to do lots of that with clients. So we're so involved in their processes of what they're trying to produce, and actually helping them redesign as well for additive.
Yeah.
And then obviously putting together all the numbers that back it to say, right, there's the person who's going to sign off the money, here's the financial benefit.
Yeah, here's the impact.
Because that needs to be there. And then there's and then obviously like sort of engineering wise, them like kind of signing off that this is viable when it works and what the process works, and then is it repeatable? Because sometimes you can have a Hail Mary, right, and you get something perfect.
Yeah.
And with all the expertise we have, that can happen. But then can the customer go and do it?
Yeah.
And at a manufacturing scale.
Yeah.
And that's where we're finding that we're having to put on multiple hats throughout the journey. I wish people rang up and just said, I'll take 2.
Yeah.
That it just doesn't happen, right? Because it can. It's a early stage technology. It's been around a little while now, but in terms of its development, and it's early adopters buying it. You know, they don't already have 10 that they've had for years. It's a new thing. And so when you're dealing with that market and addressing that market, it's everything from material selection to design to process time, and also the money that would cost throughout all of that to give an ROI and a return. Training, implementation, and then getting them up to some sort of...
Sometimes it's a 2 to 3 year process.
And actually, refreshingly, I spoke to someone the other day yesterday who said it'll probably take us 5 years to get this up to where we need it to be. And they're happy to do it now, because it's like, actually it's good that we're doing it now, because we'll be ahead of people when they start to try and figure this out.
Yeah.
And the risk is that you don't do it.
Yeah.
Imagine you're a tooling company and you don't look at this at all, and then in 5 years you are way out of it because you're not able to keep up.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely tooling people who are on it, but there's still so much that could be stretched out of it. I think it's mainly like a thing of, one, there was the thing about people thinking it's just a box that comes out first time, great, and then there's managing expectations of that, and then also applying it where it needs to be applied and can be applied. But it's definitely a lot more to come out of it. I think in so many different ways I can't really explain it.
I think AI is going to really speed things up, because like having true machine learning on a machine that's printing, and then also designing parts, as we were talking about before, with like AI builds, AIOS. Yeah. Is that what it's called?
AIOS, yeah. Shout out. It's brilliant, by the way.
Well done, guys. Home run. It's really good. Shout out. I'm going to say Mikal.
Yeah.
I always get his name. I always call him Michael, but
it's Mikal.
And I'm seeing Dagenham next week.
Oh, yes. You're in Rapid, aren't you?
Yeah, so he's doing a talk on our stand about that software.
Yeah.
Which will be very interesting, and we will share that for everyone. I'll have to film it. Whereas it won't be up to your standard, but I'll do my best.
Well, you packed a camera though, haven't you?
I have packed a camera, yeah. I've got a camera and a mic, so I'm ready.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm going to wear I'm going to wear like media on my back.
Is that TCT?
Rapid TCT, Boston. So we're going to be there I say I'm going to be there next week with our partner in the States, PADT, who's our reseller over there. And we're, I'm looking forward to it. I've not been, and I don't know how big it is or not. It's supposed to be quite a big thing, but then there's a few brands who aren't taking part, so I don't know. Never really know with these events. I should have probably just gone to one first before spending 40 grand on being there. Yeah. that's another pun that I've had.
Yeah.
But yeah, like having software like that where you're probably not going to interact too much with the actual use of the machine. I think you'll have a design that's AI generated or will be optimized for printing using AI, and then that will go through to a machine and it will select its materials, presets, what it needs to manufacture it. It'll lay it on the bed in the optimal position. Yeah. Support structures will be auto generated. That machine will know how to do all that data. That language model will already be built out from hours of watching prints fail with all the settings. And then optimize and reiterate. And I think we're going to end up with we're going to definitely see, it's not today, but in the future, fully autonomous manufacturing.
Yeah, it's definitely.
And you can only do that about AM.
No, exactly. And that's one of the things.
You can machine, I think you'll have a mixture. Like you'll have a CNC that's running, cutting parts. You'll have, whatever, I don't know, whatever different. But I think that's going to get, like, we're building this, and this is the factory we've got to manufacture it. all those parts can be pushed to wherever in the factory to be made, and those machines will have enough intelligence on them to be able to do it.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of operator influence.
Yeah.
And I think they probably want to remove that.
Yeah, and that'll drive costs down as well, right?
I think it's like the final 10% will be the hardest, but it's definitely like, even now is like lowering the boundary to entry. I had a little play with your with AI build thing that was fantastic. But at the moment, I've been using stuff like image generation, and even just showing, you know, a customer says, "Oh, we want this." Maybe they have like a small drawing of it. I can make that into something that's more realistic with an image generation, and then
not my drawings. You
go off that. Or you can get as closer. You can almost show them the almost final result. Right there and then, you know, now move into the next step of, you know, just writing and getting a step file out of it. Like you said, you can send an image to it as well.
Yeah.
So then, you know,
you can. There was another model that's been written that was earlier than this that was for generating step files, and the guy was literally going on Amazon and taking an image of the part or multiple images, uploading it, and it was generating a step file of that part, and then he's printing it.
Yeah.
So it's that clever. The detection is clever enough now, or it's getting better, where it will be able to replicate anything you can show it effectively.
Yeah, and it's kind
Which
of
is
like
kind of scale. Cause, I mean, at scale as well, and it's kind of crazy, really.
Yeah.
We've needed it though. Because drawing, although you make a good living out of it.
I mean, I've been using as many tools as possible just to keep ahead of it. It's I mean, at the moment we are seeing like it does need a final 10% tweak, and that's going to be harder to get to like flatten out. But it's definitely moving towards essentially computation creates it. AM and 3D printing makes it real. So
talk a little bit about, you need to do some self-promotion here, mate. So talk a little bit about your company.
So Stellarworks was just started by myself and my flatmate. We worked in a few manufacturing companies together, and I was doing the 3D print side. He's mainly tech and finance and does a lot of the admin. Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, shout out, Joe.
And essentially, you know, love building things, love 3D printing, and we've just been going like, where can we fit? What can we make?
Yeah.
Who can we help? And with you guys, that's, you know, being with like a bit of a design.
Yeah, sorry, I had
You got well distracted. We're definitely going to zoom in on you when that's going on.
Yeah. I just got like a cryptic message on my watch. I'm confused.
That's why I don't wear them. They drive me nuts.
I mean, with you guys, that's, you know, been helping you with your designs and your reverse engineering.
It's really useful.
So what is the premise of what's Stellarworks' aim? Like, what's its core mission?
So at the moment,
I don't think you know. I think you've got
Are you throwing everything at the wall?
No, not everything at the wall. We're just we're designing, we're manufacturing. We do things strategically though. So we're very open to doing stuff where we learn as well as help our customers. So if they come with a problem that they want solving, we'll have a very good go at it.
Everyone loves to try a Mataeo.
Yeah, no, but it's true.
It's very tricky, isn't it? And I think people underestimate the value of having someone like you who's got, because your whole career has been AM, and manufacturing, and when you sit in a room,
all into fidgets.
Well, I mean, so this is
the climactic product.
Yeah, I mean that's the strategic thing with it. So again, we do the design stuff, and then we've started with looking at and dabbling, selling with our own product, and that was because we had a look at what's going well in 3D printing, and you know, you can be on social media, you'll see what's being sold out there. A lot of people making interesting things and selling interesting things via 3D printing.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting as in like you know,
phallic looking.
Yeah, or like dragon eggs and
dragon eggs
weird,
is a massive one.
Weird,
Dragon eggs is mate,
well, I seen it at the garden centre.
If you go on TikTok there, and obviously you've done this because you've done some research, but you go on some of these people who sell in 3D printed products, and that'd be like 25 quid, and they've done like 4,000 of them.
Yeah,
you're like,
exactly.
What the fuck?
And it's costing about 30p to make a material.
Like you're like, there's easier ways to make money. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy, really.
Exactly. And so we sort of looked at that. And then we also investigated, there are people out there making more serious 3D printed products that are, for example, camera equipment, setup equipment for your cars.
There is a lot of parts that you can buy for cameras that are 3D printed.
Exactly.
Like add-ons and bits. Wes is nodding in the background. Yeah.
So
Well,
maybe
you need to say to Mataeo, like, right, this would be really useful.
Because someone camera look like that. So.
Yeah. Is it?
It's a facetious thing.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's just like
it's a body kit. It's a body kit for a
camera.
Body kit for a camera.
That's
one of the main popular ones.
So it makes you look
So
smart.
it's a facetious thing.
But Wes has got the 6 now, so he's in the baller club.
Yeah.
Like,
How many cameras we got on us today, Wes?
Yeah.
3.
Is this one on my shoe? No.
No, it's right on your crotch, that is, mate.
3 today. 4, technically 4.
But yeah, and we had a look at that, and then we went, okay, well, we actually reached out to quite a fair few of these guys who are selling online and doing very well out of it.
Did you?
Yeah, to see, some of them are from different continents and stuff. Obviously, the benefit of 3D printing means you can print locally and export to your own country. So we spoke to them. There was a lot of positive feedback on having support in other countries for their product.
Really?
Okay, so you could manufacture their parts locally?
Yeah.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
So then, to really reinforce
Why haven't you done that then?
At the moment, we're too small. They wanted to know how many printers we had.
I think that's an easy fix, mate. We can talk about that. I think that could be a having economy of scale.
Yeah.
If you built it on a product, those types of products, but having that infrastructure there to do other work, it's higher paying work as well, right?
Yeah.
So you could blend it where you get to a point where you're going, right, I'm actually printing now, I don't know, drones for whatever application, probably military based. Ukraine are always after drones, right?
Yeah.
And they're getting them from everywhere. That turns into like, you sort of switching it up from novel to like engineering, but you need economy of scale to do that.
Yeah.
Because you can't accept an order for a load of drones if you ain't got the equipment to do it.
Exactly.
And even unpacking them all and setting them up and finding a building is going to take a long time.
Yeah.
So, but that's very interesting. So that's quite entrepreneurial, mate, to be fair, to contact all of them. I think that was quite a clever move.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably annoyed loads of people just reaching out, and I just ask questions and just blast people. I've spoken to loads of people and loads of sort of ideas and stuff, just feeling around, seeing what sticks. But that one was quite interesting. So to have some real skin in the game, and we're kind of like, well, to really understand their problems and understand, how you could do this, we decided to, choose our own product. Let's see if we can push on TikTok
off that.
and just
it makes a lot of sense.
Because you can take it on and offline, right? If you're getting at capacity,
or
you buy more printers.
Yeah, exactly. So
Is this in the flat, this printer?
Yeah, it's in the flat. We've got like just.
So you're literally living and working in the same space.
Yeah.
How did you find it?
I don't know. Like me and my flatmate, we probably we egg each other on because all we talk about is essentially like business and just reading books constantly. In our flat, probably should go out more, but. We've got a whiteboard in our main room, so explain that so he can take that from
you should
what
take
you want.
plenty of photos, mate, for nostalgic reasons when you get further down the line, because it's things like that you forget about. I didn't take enough photos along the way, I don't think, of like all videos of different offices and things I've had, and moments. You need to get it all down, because it's like, it'd be quite cool in 10 years where if you've got this massive, and I'm sure you will have, facility and you're printing lots of stuff, right? Cool stuff. To go from where you had the whiteboard in the living room,
you know
these moments,
bamboo labs in the corner.
but it's quite refreshing to hear your approach, really, because it's quite a strategic, but very like well thought through as well. Like, you've got a plan and you're following it diligently. And I think in business, you throw enough mud, it will stick. But also, sometimes something could stick if you put more time into it. Do you know what I mean? And you kind of skim past it. Oh, we'll move on to there's a next
shiny
I'll call
thing.
it magpie syndrome.
Yeah, exactly. And it was kind of like our sort of, you asked, what's our sort of goal at the moment?
Yeah.
And it was just like, I think we're lucky enough to be working in a part where it's just like, we don't quite know at the moment, but we are just, finding out, experimenting. And I think when you experiment and you ask these questions and you talk to these people, that's where sometimes you get the really good pieces of insight.
Yeah.
And you only find that insight by testing. What was it? Edison made the light bulb. He wasn't, wasn't a mad scientist or anything.
He wasn't particularly smart, was he? Either.
No, he just was chucking stuff. Dyson, another one.
Yeah.
He wasn't an engineer or anything. He just built stuff. Built it out of cardboard. I'm fairly certain. So it's just kind of like, just build, try, break it,
keep going.
Yeah.
I think the model that I think being able to do design work, consult and print, and if you can get a product going as well, I think that's a really good foundation, really.
Yeah.
Because you can have bread and butter services that you offer, which keep the lights on while you build out a plan for.
Exactly, because services don't scale, right? But,
exactly,
and the production does.
And on the
that's a nugget there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Did you write that yourself?
I didn't write that, but I might do.
And I'm sure you guys know.
It's quite smart for a Friday, wasn't it?
I mean, you were quiet for a little bit, and then so I'll give you.
I just woke up before.
I think it's like he's back in the room. He's got a nugget of information.
he after checking his watch.
Yeah, after reading the text from the missus saying you better not be late home again tonight. Dinner will be in the dog. Dog will be in the dinner. Both.
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you guys know for the services part, pain in the ass for sales.
Yeah.
The amount of time you've got to put into sales and nurturing those leads and stuff.
Mate, the guys. I mean, we have a service. I have a services business as well, and that side takes a lot longer to nurture. So you have to be very present and around in and amongst it.
Yeah.
Where it's not imposing, but you're there in their mind's eye. But then at the same time, you kind of have to ask the business at some point, or try and help them with a problem, or even suggest that they may have a problem in this area and do they want to do anything about it?
Yeah,
and that's kind of that process. It's not as quick as customer goes online, looks at a product, thinks it might fit. And if you've done the right marketing, they lead to you.
Exactly.
And then you kind of have that conversation, and it's just validating their needs and then selling them a piece of hardware or a part or a fidget.
Yeah.
What is it called? A fidget?
It's just like a fidget object.
Fidget object.
The whole point, right? So the whole idea of it is that, yes, there's a lot of people making fidget objects online. They all look like children's toys.
Yeah.
Not anything necessarily for someone like, I don't know, like an engineer like me, like you, who would be quite keen on bringing it onto work. So we're looking at doing something a little bit more mature, something that, you can just use. And
I've never thought about the depth of this product, but there's quite a bit of depth.
Yeah, we think strategically for sure.
So you're not going to make it out of multicolored filament. You're going to
absolutely
make it out
I want it in rainbow.
No. And
be
it's
the LGBTQ plus version.
And it's it's definitely got layers to it. And then obviously, that's a more serious product, and it's something that I can relate to, and other people can relate to, because I use it myself and I've tested it.
There's quite a few different ones on the market, isn't there? There's some that are got various objects on them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're not like one.
And you test them out and they're crap.
Are they?
Yeah. There's some of them some of them don't last long at all, and it's kind of like, it's not a serious thing. They've put it online to sell, And like some of these things, that's the other problem that I see. There's 3D printed products online they're selling a lot of, but is it a good product? It's like they haven't really spent a lot of time into making it.
Yeah, like we
good.
bought one. My daughter bought one on Amazon.
Yeah,
and it was basically this like prickly thing.
Yeah,
and we paid. I think it was like £8 for it.
Yeah,
and it must have took about, I don't know, 2 hours to print and about 20 minutes to design.
Yeah.
It's like ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it was light as you like as well. So it had like no material in it whatsoever.
Very thin.
So
very thin.
And how long did it like? Is it broken or like?
I think she's probably not even touched it since she took it out of the Amazon box.
But yeah.
That's the beauty of kids. They want something and then they get it and they're like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's so often. I think fidget spinners were a massive. Like they did massive numbers on those.
Yeah, I think it was
very
like
quickly.
Was it like the discount stores? They really jumped on that like really fast.
Yeah, you go into like you go into any like corner shop or whatever, they'd have them on the counters and stuff.
Yeah,
you know, it really took off. But there's some really expensive ones of those as well.
Yeah,
like where they spin forever, basically.
And
super bearings.
ABUP9s in there.
Yeah, ABUP9 golds.
I mean, just to say, we're not like a fidget manufacturer. That's not going to be.
It.
But
we're
like,
going to clip you up now, and that's always.
It's like Stellarworks fidget manufacturers.
The top fidget manufacturer
I suppose
in the UK.
We're the 3D
for the premium owner.
Yeah.
Luxury fidgets.
Luxury finish.
Well, is it a luxury fidget or not?
You could.
Let's put a brand label on it.
A professional fidget.
It's a professional fidget.
So fidgets for professionals.
Yeah.
You have to not laugh before you finish saying it, otherwise it doesn't stick.
Yeah. No.
It's a professional fidget.
We're just
hashtag that, mate.
Hashtag.
An additive manufacturing company that has a fidget issue.
Yeah.
It was just
But
like,
you were like, it's for people, what did I say to you earlier? Neurodivergent. Yeah. You go, people like me use them, it's like neurodivergent.
Neurodivergent. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
I think it's a good thing. Like, I know, weirdly, when you I'm quite like, watch people's, what they do, like their mannerisms and things.
Yeah.
So certain people have like things they do repeatedly, like to kind of, I guess, like comfort, or it's like something, you know. And I guess taking that away and giving them something to take their mind off whatever it is probably the reason. Is that the reason behind them? Getting deep in fidgets now, but I'm assuming so, right?
Well, there must be a reason because
they're really popular. Yeah. So what do you have any idea why?
I don't have an idea why, but what I do know and what gave me the idea, I have a foam ball, and I used to, when I was thinking, I was just throwing it at the wall.
Oh, it never works for me. I can't throw.
And I can't catch it.
Never works for me. I can't throw.
Know your skills. Throwing, not mine. Sorry, but carry on.
Yeah, it's all right. I think is it not to do with something like to get into a state of flow, you're actually using a slightly different part of your brain.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
And by having that, you're able to get in a deeper state of flow. Possibly something like that. Definitely feels like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I definitely do.
Yeah.
I definitely did when I used to do a lot of working in the same office, the same desk. I used to walk and have something in my hand to throw up and down.
Yeah.
While I was on the phone or while I was like, thinking about something. I think it does kind of help you stay in whatever you're sort of subconsciously you're doing one thing that's quite like, I guess, like a manual task, but while you're like thinking about something else, I don't know, maybe it stops you getting distracted.
I just totally don't get it, by the way.
No,
my brain is not.
Well, you
wired
can't
like
throw
that.
anyway, so
I can't throw anyway. But I could spin something. I'm sure, maybe.
well, I used to have. Like, I was
we can bring one out. Just.
Yeah, see
we
if
could
it
give
fits
you a
my
go.
brain.
Like, did you bring any products with you to show on
I
it?
did not. No,
Unbelievable.
I did not.
Plug in your product and everything. You brought it.
Well, it's
Marketing
kind of
101,
like
always have a product to give out to someone.
A general sort of overview, but yeah, no. As soon as I got here, I was like,
should have brought it.
Should have done it. But
I think yo-yos were my thing as well. Like I used to have a lot of yo-yos when I was younger.
Oh, you do around the world?
Yeah, I could do all the tricks. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really good. I could also throw it. And I used to do it quite a lot. People like where it just gets the like flick it and get. But that would be again. I'd walk around with that quite a lot.
yeah,
So I think it is. Yeah,
and also
it's
with
a thing.
that,
Or we're just neurodivergent, mate.
yeah. So there's all that with the depth of that, but then there's also actually making the product, getting it certified, getting it online. Also, ensuring that you have your stock up, where you're getting your magnets from, where you're getting the filaments from.
Magnets are a pain in the ass to get.
They are actually. They are like really difficult. Those specific ones.
I don't know why. I don't know why it's so hard to get a magnet.
Sure. We've tried a lot of stuff with magnets.
Not very well.
And we failed everything. It's like fucking magic. So anyone out there who's guy who can do magic magician, let me know, because we haven't figured it out here.
Yeah, you had some massive fails with that. It definitely cost some money.
Are you allowed to tell it?
Well, we had like
go on, tell the world. Go on.
We did a huge bed.
Levitating.
It wasn't even that fancy. We just wanted to get something to stick to something. And anyway, it cost us a lot of money to CNC this plate, and it took me a lot of time to thumb in all these fucking magnets.
Because they pop out exactly.
Yeah, and then we put the bed on, and nothing happened.
There was no magnetism.
No.
So I don't know how you fucked that up, but
it was just like a little bit of metal in between the magnet and where we wanted, and well, we did some research after the fact. Of course, we did.
Yeah. Genius idea and design. Let's roll it out straight away with no research.
Yeah.
Why hasn't everyone done this? This is the obvious way to build this thing. And then we realised they don't do it because it fucking doesn't work.
Right.
We don't fail
There's
all
still
the time.
magnets somewhere. I've seen
We've
them
got
not
fucking
long
loads
ago.
of magnets. If you want magnets, mate, we've got loads.
Got a fucking bed you can put them in as well.
So and that's that's example, great both examples of what actually happens when you go and set out to make a product.
Yeah.
You got to think of all that line and work all of that out.
And sometimes it doesn't work, right? And that's what the R&D process is all about.
Yeah.
That's
Rather do it cheap with fidget.
Jake, that's what it's all about. That's why we spend so much money.
Yeah, okay. We'll see about that. I think it's a good it's a very good sort of start approach to bringing out your own product. It's like kind of a good idea to learn a lot more about how to do that and how to be. Commerce is interesting as well, and you'll learn a lot about that now the product potentially is live today. Commerce is it's so cool when it goes well, because you break it, you break it like through with something and it starts selling really well. There's a buzz to that. It's quite addictive.
Yeah,
because you've like made something, put it out there, marketed it, and it's now selling.
Especially if it goes viral as well.
Yeah, well, and then we'll have to manage that.
What are you going to do that comes viral? You got to make them all. Your flat's going to be well busy, mate.
It's going to be fucking baking.
Yeah, it'll be warm.
You're going to be in your pants. People are going to think you got like
a illicit drug farm or something.
You're cutting coke or something in your flat.
Oh my god! But I mean, it's all learning, and at the moment we don't have the one really big problem that we want to focus on and nail on. So at the moment we're just working on stuff that interests us.
That's good.
And that's how it is.
So how do people get to buy this fidget then? Because it's now been amped up. We'll have to put a link or a picture or something.
A link or a picture.
Wes always hates when I say we're going to add something to the video, because he's got to like edit it. It's like, oh great. Jake, I did one where I was like about 5 things in the first 10 minutes. But yeah, so where do they find the product? So
it is, again, hear your guys' opinion on this. So to focus in at the moment, we're just focusing on one distribution channel, and that is TikTok Shop.
Yeah.
Because they're pretty smart. They've got your marketing, which is your videos, and the shop all in one. Also, growing platform, and they've got loads of other extras stuff like affiliate links that you can work on. So we're going to be focusing on that. So that's where it will be sold for now.
Are you going to give free product out as well?
Yeah, I can do. I
think TikTok do a thing where you can get a sample and then become an affiliate with a kickback.
Yeah.
So that's why all these people, all your neighbours and people down the road now are all promoting like the latest fucking thing that's on there. There's a scraper for hair off your carpet or whatever, and everyone's doing it because they've been sent it for free. The affiliate money that you get is quite a high percentage, and so they'll jump on products that are trending and put them out. So I'm sure with that platform you can get it out there.
And that's the thing.
I think it's the easiest way to do it.
It's learning, and then, this time it's fidgets, maybe make a few more and then start getting into some more serious stuff.
Serious.
Yeah.
Like body kits for cameras.
Yeah.
So what's your channel called? Where do they find you?
So it will just be, so there's Mataeo 74, which is my personal one, which you'll see almost like what I've started as sort of the founder's journey of me just muddling through it.
Yeah.
You can see everything that's visible because one, it's quite interesting for me to look forward. Also good to get on camera and talks to it.
Yeah.
It's different
learning.
kind of skill.
It's hard, isn't it?
And then one which will be just the Stellar Workshop, which the fidgets will be advertised on, as well as some other background stuff on the design work that we're doing and the other stuff.
People can reach out if they want to get any advice or manufacturing services.
So it'll be Mataeo at stellarworks.com, and that's spelled Mataeo.
Yeah, everyone gets that wrong.
At stellarworks.com. And free to email me, also LinkedIn, and happy to just give me a problem. I'll see if I can chew down and solve it.
That's good. Well, thank you very much, mate. It's been a pleasure. I'm going to clap you out. Whoop, whoop.
Get on, Mataeo.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
That was really fun. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.